afternoon, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Deidre. If you're returning, it's great to see you. We are going to do my November budget setup. I've already started setting it up, kind of like I did last month, to one, kind of ease the process along a little bit faster for you, so you don't have to sit here for 45 minutes. But two, I have finished 6 of the 7 modules for the Budget Mom course, so I picked up a few more habits or tricks that I was not implementing that I should be, which now makes sense why people were confused on my budgeting methods. So the stuff here in purple are things I'm paying with my last check in October. So I put them in purple. And then everything in the pink is going to be paid with my first check here in November. So I have our paydays here, and I put little stickers because, you know, why not? And then I highlighted everything in pink for my check. And then right here we have my husband's check up here. So I highlighted all the things in green that would be covered from his check. So on my first check, we have Mr. Cooper, which is our first mortgage, daycare, which will be 1 week of daycare, which is this week here. Aspire, I do have a little balance on that card, so I am going to make a payment. My work credit card, I'm going to make another payment. Lowe's, $60. My medical from having Franklin will be $79 for this month. And AT&T $75.35. Then on my husband's check, we'll have daycare $270. Self, which is the self loan for a year, so that's $48. Then we have Home Depot for $71, Venmo for $70. And then on my check, we have $270 to daycare again, Audible, USAA, which is my husband's credit card. And we actually just made a big payment on that card, so I'm hoping we can knock that one out pretty soon. And then this is a savings transfer. I should have colored it another color, so I put a yellow asterisk right next to it. But that is a savings transfer. This is also another savings transfer. So we have Ally, Fidelity, and then we have 3 cards here. Citi, which is mine, Citi, which is my husband's, and Care Credit. And then our car insurance with our VPP policy is right here. Then on my husband's last check of the month, we have daycare and our security alarm system, our electricity and water, Netflix, our personal loan, Amazon Music, which is my husband's subscription. This is another savings transfer right here, so I put an asterisk right here. Then our cell phone bill and Apple. And in Kamiko's course, she was talking about that you need to add a checking cushion. You need to make it as a budget line item. And I wasn't doing that. I was just like mentally telling myself, but then we would spend it. So it wasn't even a cushion. So I'm going to try and start doing that from now on. So back here, you'll see I have our October savings challenge. I am paying it in November, but I already did it. Like I already calculated out the stuff. So like I told you on my first check, we've got Mr. Cooper, daycare, Aspire, my work credit card, Lowe's, the medical payment, and AT&T. And then down here we have the license plate challenge. So that's $62. That'll go in here. My checking account cushion will be right here. And then I am doing I think it's the 13-week Christmas challenge. Is that what it is? 12-week, 13-week? I think it's 13. So that'll be $20. And I'm doing this in a checking account. So this will be an electronic funds transfer. And so I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do for my cushion yet. So that's fine. Up here, you'll notice I made some changes. So we have our emergency vacation, car, IRS, and our 100 envelope challenge. And these are the amounts that I'm trying to save up to. So I'm trying to save $2,000 in emergency, $6,000 in vacation, $10,000 on a car down payment, $6,000 towards the IRS, and $5,050 for the 100 envelope challenge. And what we have designated is, so our emergency fund is my Ally accounts. Vacation is, I think that's Fidelity. And this is Wealthfront. IRS has its own account in Wealthfront. I just haven't started putting money over there yet. And then the 100 envelope challenge is our vacation fund as well. Because that'll pay for Disney and some stuff. I need a little bit more to be able to cover flights and things. So we have started doing that. So I have $1,076.53 of my emergency funds already funded. And I have that invested at Ally. I'm also going to do a separate account, which you'll see here coming up. I have a separate account at my credit union, and then I have the wealth or the Ally accounts. The Ally accounts are invested. I have them invested, but obviously in a true emergency, I need access to those funds pretty quickly. The reason I chose Ally to be our emergency fund is because there was more money there. And I felt that was more important to fund for an emergency. So I have a credit union savings account that I'm going to start contributing to as well. So I'll have money in both places. I'll have money at the credit union that I can access like that. And then I'll have money in Ally that I can sell and then pay. Then here we have $307.09 in Fidelity. We have $402.19 saved at Wealthfront. I have those right as far as the accounts. So I'll make sure I have them written down right. Yeah, Fidelity, Wealthfront. Okay. All right. So we have 402 in Wealthfront for the car. And then currently I have 634 for the 100 envelope challenge. And then these I need to decide what I'm going to do. This might be, I might make the challenges, like, so this one's Christmas, obviously. So this one I might make emergency funds as well, but have it in cash form. You know what I mean? That way we have emergency cash on hand, our emergency savings, and then Fidelity invested emergency funds as well. That way we kind of have it in all formats so that we have access to it. And then over here on this side, we have 160 for gas. I'll keep 40. My husband will get 120. And then 150 in groceries, and that is going to be debited. Okay, and over here we have daycare, self. Like I said, this is a 2-year self. You pay yourself for 2 years, and then you get the money back in a year, or 2 years, I'm sorry. And then Home Depot, 71, Venmo is 70. So then we have an extra debt payment to my husband's USAA card for $250. I'm going to put $600 into our IRS fund, $100 to Ally, $62 for our receipt challenge right here. And like I said, I think I might make these emergency funds. And if I get too much cash on hand, I can always just throw it into the savings account at my credit union. And then my checking account cushion, I think I put 30 here for now. But I'll play with the numbers more because, like I said, my budget varies per month. I set it up, and obviously my numbers change sometimes. So then I go in and I change as necessary. So after these additions here, I have $1176.53 in my emergency fund, $307.09 still at Fidelity, $402.19 still at Wealthfront, $634 still on vacation, but now I have $600 in my IRS, $160 gas, $150 groceries. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to do anything else here, so I haven't filled it out yet. So that's why that's still blank. And then right here we have daycare, $270. Sorry about that. Oh, and I bumped you. Daycare, $270. Audible, $16.18. USAA, so my husband's credit card that we just made that big payment on, we're going to make another payment, $18. Citi, $200. My husband's Citi, $60. Care Credit, $90. Our car insurance and VPP is $257.45. Then down here we have our savings. So I have $100 to Ally, $100 to Fidelity. We're going to stuff 8 envelopes right here. So that's $428. I did the app challenge right here. So we have 100 apps at $1 a piece. So that's $100. And then I haven't filled in my checking account cushion yet. And then so after these additions right here, we have $1276.53 in our emergency fund here, $407.09 in Fidelity, $402.19 at Wealthfront, $10.62 in our 100 envelope challenge towards our vacation, $600 to the IRS. So we're making progress. I like seeing progress. Over here again, we have $160 for gas and $150 for groceries. I think this is our last paycheck of the month here. Oh, I moved it. Sorry. We have $270 for daycare, $76.20 for our alarm system. And then we have our electricity and water. So I don't know what those are. I just budgeted high for those. Netflix is $10.81. Our personal loan, $91.78. Amazon Music, $10.78. That had gone up. It was like $9 and something. Verizon, $204.29, and Apple's $115. Down here we have $100 to Wealthfront, my checking account cushion, and our Christmas challenge, $25. Do I have my Christmas challenge back here too? No. I think some of the Christmas challenges, I think I might have, did I skip one? Did I mean to? It's supposed to be, I think, every week. But I think I doubled up on a couple of them. I'm just going to make a note so I don't forget to check. Christmas challenge. Okay. And then we have $25 to the Christmas challenge. The reason that the email frenzy isn't filled out yet is because it's a 5-week challenge. I only have my first week. So once I have my other numbers, I'm just going to assume they're very similar. So that's going to take up a bulk of this money right here. And honestly, with that one, because it's probably going to be like $500, I'm probably just going to put it immediately into our credit union savings emergency fund. That way I don't have all that cash laying around at the house. And then here you see $160 for gas and $150 for groceries. And that's our last check of the month. So I am trying to do it a little differently. Like I said, I got to finish her last course, like her last module, and then I'm going to start it all over again because I feel like there's a lot more that I'm missing. Because, for instance, I do not fill out these pages back here at all. So I don't track my expenses, which I need to be. I don't fill out my debt payment plan. I don't fill out my net worth tracker. I don't fill this out at all. I don't close out my budget, essentially. And I need to get better about doing that because currently I don't do that. I didn't even realize, I don't even think I realized these were in here. Deidre. So I need to be better about closing out my budget, tracking my expenses to really narrow down what we have going on. So that's my plan. These are her new envelopes, by the way. They're super thick. They're really nice. And then I put a little tracker in each one of them so I could track, so I can reuse them and stuff. But yeah, so that is my November budget setup. I hope you guys like the new format because I'm actually following more closely to the Budget Mom and her style and her method. Again, I need to finish the last module and then retake all the modules again so that I can continue to get better and improve on my budget and hopefully inspire you to improve on yours. So I hope you will like this video and I hope you subscribe to my channel down below and leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys like the changes that I've made so far, if it's better, if you think it's a better improvement or if you have suggestions, definitely let me know down below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.